Okay, so just to start with, you've got your tennis ball or your spiky ball. Just enjoy this, just start with your feet just in hip width. You're likely to have maybe socks on or your little Pilates grippy socks, and that's absolutely fine. You don't have to have bare feet, but just kind of notice maybe the right foot, maybe notice the left foot, notice the toes. Just notice how that feels. And then stand on your right and place the ball, whatever ball you've got, under your left ball of foot. And then we're just going to pause there, just kind of notice that, and then you'll decide now if you actually need something to hold on to. You can bend your right leg, right knee, okay? And then just start to make a little bit of a circle. There's nothing too precise about this. Yeah, we're trying not to grip the toes, we're just trying to relax into it a little bit. So we're circling around that ball of the foot, and then just start to go forward and back. So just find yourself, I'm just going to move a little bit now, so find yourself from the ball of your foot all the way to your heel. Yeah. So again, you might just need to move your foot around, obviously, to be able to stand up. Yeah, so just enjoying that. We don't need too much pressure, we just want enough to kind of notice a little bit of massage on the ball of the foot. And then just come to your heel and just pause on your heel for me. Take a couple of breaths, just pausing on your heel. A little bit of weight into that heel, and then come down the outside edge to the ball of the foot, and then come down the inside edge. Don't worry if you lose your ball anywhere and you have to just bring it back, it's absolutely fine. Good, and I'll just do a couple of circles the other direction. And this is something quite nice to do, not necessarily when you're watching television, because it's actually quite nice just to focus on it as well. So rather than kind of have it as an add-on, actually just be focusing on what you're doing. Yeah, good. And then we're going to pause there. We're not going to spend too long on that, but then just come now to standing, and just notice that was a minute and a half. And come to standing. I'm just coming off my mat, so just notice that left foot. Just notice the difference. Yeah, and just have that in your mind. What is the difference there? So for me, broader, wider, kind of flatter, and yeah, a little bit warmer, a little bit of energy. Yeah. So then we're going to take that into the other side. So we'll do exactly the same on the other side. So we can start the ball of the foot. Good. Just again, you might be just holding onto a chair or a wall. It's absolutely fine. And then just pausing, just maybe noticing that. Same as if you go for a massage and you find those nice little trigger points where they get into a really nice groovy bit. That's all we're doing. And then just start to move maybe side to side, circle around on the ball of that foot. Just enjoy that, maybe go both ways. Good. Bent knee on the left, and then maybe coming to the heel and then back all the way to the ball of the foot. And we don't have to push. No, we're just moving, just enjoying that. Rolling to the heel and rolling to the ball of the foot. So does this mean if I say when I email you, please could you have a baby elephant, that you're going to get a baby elephant to do some exercises on? Because it looks like everybody's got a ball, which is very, very kind of you. Good, and then just pause on the heel. Just pause on the heel. Just notice that. Just easing into that heel area, and then go down the outside edge all the way to the ball of the foot, inside edge, and do that. See if you can do that all the way around. Yeah, just enjoying that. Then maybe go the other direction. A couple more circles and we're there. Yeah, just enjoying that. Good, and then again come off and just come to stand on both feet and just notice. Yeah. All I'd like now is for you to come into foot pedals. So I'll just come back on my mat so you can see me. So if we bend the left knee and then lift and low, bend the right knee. And I'm not saying that the feet are going to work necessarily any better, but we might just be aware of the feet just a little bit more. We might be able to just spread the toes out a little bit more. We might be able to feel the ball of the foot in that movement. Go 4. Inhale, exhale, go 3, keeping the hips lovely and steady, keeping the length through the spine. 2, Good, and then last one. Good, and then from here we'll take it up into our double calf raise. So both arms floating to shoulder height, space between the ears and the shoulders coming up, and then slowly lowering down on your exhale. Well done. Arms can come a little bit higher if we wanted, so reaching up through the crown of the head and letting the arms come up with us. Good, and then slowly lowering everything down. Good, we do that one more time. So inhaling up, find the ball of the foot. Good. Notice maybe the toes, the arches of the feet, maybe just the foot working just with those simple few moments of release. Come down, step the right foot forward and the left foot back and find a really lovely calf stretch. Now, if we don't get time this week, next week we're going to add in a little bit of Achilles tendon calf massage, and that really helps then with our stretches. Yeah, so just enjoy that. We're just relaxing, the heels on the ground. We're lengthening up from your back heel all the way up through the crown of the head. Looks a little bit wonky from what I'm looking at from me, so hopefully I'm not wonky. Reaching up through the crown of the head away from the back heel on the ground. Good, and then do exactly the same to the other side. So the other leg steps back, the heels on the ground, both hips and knees facing forward, and then from your back heel, imagine you're drawing that lovely straight line up through the back of the leg, past the glutes, up, all the way up through the crown of the head. So just lengthening all the way up. Well done. Good, and then step the feet together. Good, give the legs a little shake out for me. Keep the ball just there, and then pick up your other ball, your bigger ball, yeah? Good, and we're going to then come to the wall. So we're going to place the ball on the wall, and then when you step to your wall and your ball, the ball is around your bra line, yeah? So around your bra line. So I'll show you from here, hopefully you can still see me, and then I'll come and look what you're doing. And then we're leaning into the ball just a little bit. We've got length through the spine, our feet are a little bit away from the wall, so that when you now inhale and bend your knees, sliding your back along the line of the wall but not touching the wall, your knees should be over your ankles. Yeah? So when I come up now, I'm going to readjust my feet to bring my feet a little bit further forward. So as we gaze ahead, lower the hips down. So there's that same space as the ball between your lower back and the wall. Your tailbone heading down to the ground. Just pause for a moment. Check you're not tucking your tailbone under and you're definitely not arching your lower back. Press back through the thighs. Yeah, good. I'm having a look at you. You've got another 6 to go. So you can inhale, slide down the wall, making sure when we get to our lowest point that we want to go, that the lower back is long and lengthened, exhaling back up. Yeah, so absolutely fine to move those feet a little bit further, your feet a little bit further ahead if you wanted. I want you to focus on the length of your spine. Yes, I know your thighs are working, but I really want you to think about, is your spine pretty much the same as you're going down as it would be if you're in standing? Yeah, good. I think we've got either 3. I think we've got 3 to do. So have a look. You might need to budge your feet a little bit further forward to make it feel more comfortable. And I need feet to face forward. Have a look down at your feet. I can see some feet turned out on an angle. Have your feet facing forward. Have a look at that. Yeah, so your feet directly facing forward. Yeah, lovely. Good. So can you notice the thighs having to do that extra little bit of work? Yeah, lovely, good. And then there's our last one. Well done. I can see we're not doing any more than that. You're a cheeky lot. Yeah, coming all the way back to our start position. Yeah, now come back to standing. Exactly the same position with your bra line against the ball, but bring your heels back towards the wall. So now we did this last week, your heels are directly under your hips. Good, so just you're there, lengthening up, and then we're inhaling to come back into that calf raise and exhaling to lower down. Yeah, lovely. Good, try that again for me. Just do 2 more of those. So inhaling, rising up, gazes ahead, and then exhale, pressing the heels back towards the ground. Good, one more time, let the arms relax. Yeah, so you've got the ball against the wall, you've got you're just resting against the ball there, just gives us a really lovely sense of length. Okay, now hold on to your ball that's on the wall, and then take your tennis ball. Place your tennis ball now between your ankles. So just maybe above the bony part of the ankle area, and then bring your foot back into alignment and bring yourself back against the wall. I know I'm asking a lot, aren't I, this morning? Yeah, so just to readjust. I don't mind if you're not against the wall and you're happy just to be in standing, but this is just to give us a lovely little bit of alignment as we come up now. So making sure the heels are directly under the sit bones. Good, and then when you're ready, inhaling to rise up, can you keep your ball in place? Good, exhaling to lower down. Yeah, show me that again. So we're just raising up into our calf raise. I just lost my ball head. I hope you didn't notice. Good, so keeping that lower leg in exactly the same position. Lovely. Good, try that again for me, just 4 more times. So raising up, ball stays in place. Inhaling up, exhaling to lower. Yeah, well done. 3 to go. Lengthening up through the spine, light connection of the ankles to our little tennis ball, and lower down. Notice the work for the inner thigh. Notice the work for that lower leg. Yeah, notice the work around the foot. Yeah, lovely. Good. 1 more time. Raising up, inhaling up, and exhaling to come all the way down and relax. Don't worry if you lost the ball there. Have another little go if you wanted. Now you can let go of the ball, stay in the same position, make sure your back feels comfortable, separate your feet for me, and then bring your palms to face up. This is our last bit in standing here. So now we're going to open the arm, right arm going up, left arm going down. And then do you remember last week we used the ball just to get that openness across the front of the body. So now the tips of the thumbs touch the wall. You're exhaling as you come back to your start. Don't worry if you don't want to use the wall or the ball, that's absolutely fine. Ground your feet, lengthen up through the spine. Just notice you're kind of nice and buoyant on the ball there. And then the left arm goes up and the right arm goes down. And then let's just see if we can get the thumbs to touch the wall. Good, notice that lovely stretch, and notice one side will want to do something a little bit different to the other. Inhale, open. Can we open the right arm up, the left arm down, and where we get to on the wall, crown of the head to the sky, openness across the chest and coming back. We are nearly there. Open on the inhale, reach and lengthen. Can we get the thumb back towards the wall? Good, and then when you're ready, slowly come all the way back to our start. Last little bit, little finger touches the wall. Inhale the arms all the way up, thumbs touch the wall. Good, inhale, little fingers touch the wall. And exhale, lengthen up through the spine, thumbs touch the wall. Don't need to force anything. Good, 1 more time, little finger touches the wall. Don't have to be at the wall, it's absolutely fine. Space between the ears and the shoulder, and then see if the thumbs can touch the wall. Good. That's it, and then come all the way down and relax. Well done. So can we now put our little ball out of the way? Good, and then come to the back edge of your mat for me. First of all, just put your ball at the front edge of your mat, and you're towards the back edge of the mat. Now, so we're going to roll down in a moment now. So now. So nod of the chin to chest, can't have it in a moment now, can you? Nod of the chin to chest, take a breath in. Good, again, notice the feet might just feel a little bit enlivened there. And then we can exhale our way down, releasing the neck and the shoulders. Good, releasing into the upper back, middle back, lower back. And just depending on what's been going on this weekend, it has been a little bit more sitting or a little bit more walking, might explain a little bit of tightness around the backs of the legs, into those calves. We could take a bend on the inhale, rest your body onto your thighs. And then notice when you exhale, sending the backs of the knees a little bit back. Can you get a little bit deeper stretch into the backs of the legs? Not everybody's going to be joining me on this. You might already be in 4-point kneeling. Let's do 1 more of those if you're joining me. Resting the chest onto the thighs. Don't worry if you've come to 4-point kneeling. And then when you're ready, exhaling to find that lovely stretch down the backs of the legs, into those calves as well. And then coming forward, popping the knees down towards the mat. And then popping the hands under the shoulders, just leaving the ball where it is for a moment. Just once each side, hands under shoulders, knees under hips into swimming. Keeping the hips as stable as possible. Left arm and right leg as we look down to the ground. The palm now faces in with the thumb facing up. We're flexing the foot to get a little bit of energy through the heel, and we're reaching those fingertips right away from us. Now, double check now that your hips are level. Add a little bit of energy from the tummy muscles and then stretch a little bit further without taking the shoulder with you. Inhale and exhale. Soften everything, let the hand and the knee gradually come back. On the next exhale, round into cat. Scoop the tailbone under, tuck the chin. Both hands firm on the ground, and then just wait here for a couple of breaths. Can we wait just for the lower back to start to loosen up? You know you can be having that little bit of movement around as well. And then when you're ready, your next inhale can bring you back to a lengthened position. Now, same to the other side. So reaching out through the right arm and then the left leg. Good. Flexing the foot if that's okay for you. Yeah. Palm faces in, thumb faces up. Well done. Hips are level. Reach a little bit more. Take a breath in. Space between the ear and the shoulder. Exhale as you reach just that little bit more fingers and toes. And then see if we can relax and bring the hands and the knee back to our start position. Now, one more cat on the exhale. Notice when we take a breath in now, tummy softens, doesn't it? Breath into the rib cage. And then as we exhale and we scoop the tailbone, or just when we exhale, we can add in that little bit of abdominal connection, can't we? Just with our breath, just by exhaling. We might take an extra inhale, and then when you're ready, come all the way back on the next breath there. Now, can we swing the legs to the side, bring ourselves round to sitting, and absolutely fine to be up on your cushion. I'm going to start on my blanket here, just where the body's warming up a little bit. So up onto the blanket, and we've got the ball then just in front of us. Just enjoy this. So right on the sit bones, block, cushion, blanket, whatever feels good now this morning. And could we start? We're going to just use our ball for our spine twist and our saw. I want you just to start with a little pelvic tilt back. So just like we did with our cat, we do a gentle, tiny pelvic tilt back towards the back of the mat. Knees are bent, feet are totally relaxed. Inhale, look to the ball, your hands are on the ball, just like that. And we're exhaling to reach ourselves forward, just creeping the ball ahead. Notice we're still in that little pelvic tilt back, that interior pelvic tilt, so we're not right up on the sit bones. So automatically you're in that gentle round. Don't go too far. Sometimes those intercostals just tell us not to go too far, don't they, on this one? Take a breath in, and on your exhale, creep the ball back. So it might be just both hands, just creeping the ball steadily back, and then let yourself come back to that upright position and let the spine come back to where it would want to go. We'll do exactly the same twice more. So we're going to inhale, little pelvic tilt back to the back of the sit bones. Exhale, reach the ball ahead, stretching through the spine, letting the hands just rest lightly on your ball. Take a breath in, reach a little bit further forward, and then on the outward breath, gradually rebuild and restack, find that lengthened spine. You've got one more to do. I'm having a look. Yeah, so start, just relax, there's no rush. Start with your very gentle pelvic tilt back. So it's just that little anterior tilt, and then, using the ball, the hands just resting lightly on the ball, just to guide you and support you as you reach ahead. Lovely, and great shoulder positions as well going. Good, inhale, maybe reach that little bit further forward. Don't worry if you're coming back up, and exhale, rebuild, lower back, middle back, thank you, upper back, shoulders, well done, neck and head, lovely. Really nice, just a gentle stretch there. Now, same position, but feet could be now a little bit wider. and the ball comes to whichever side you want to go to. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to go camera side so you can see. So we're rotating through the waist like we would with our saw. Our opposite hand to leg that the ball is next to is on top of the ball. Our other fingertips can be just lightly behind us or the back of the hand. Now we're in a lengthened position now, and we do exactly the same again. Inhale a little tilt back towards the back of the sit bones, and then on the exhale just start to peel the ball down towards the ankle on that opposite side. Notice the stretch. So I've gone left and I'm noticing my right hip, waist, around the rib cage, even around the back of the shoulder and the armpit. So the opposite sit bone to direction you're going is anchored to your mat cushion or block. Take a breath in, maybe reach the ball a little bit further along towards the outside edge of the foot, and then on the exhale start to come back slowly. Don't worry if we need an extra inhale and exhale to come all the way back to your upright position. Yeah? We stay on this same side one more time. So very gentle pelvic tilt back, inhaling, and then exhaling, we roll again. So you can use your fingertips, the back of the hand, the knuckle. Yeah, show me that. Yeah. So there's our lovely saw, which is the opposite. Guys, make sure your ball is on your hand. So Anne-Marie, you need to bring your ball to my side. And yeah, that's it. And the same arm, that's it, yeah, you've got it. Good, and then coming all the way back to your start position on that next exhale. So easing your way back up to that upright position. Now come back to the centre for me, pelvic tilt back, and exhale, fold into your wide-legged forward fold before we inhale and exhale to come all the way back up to sitting. So it's exactly the same as the other side. So we take the ball now to the opposite side. Work to rotate through the waist, opposite hand to side that you're going, fingertips lightly behind you, gentle pelvic tilt back, knees are soft. Inhaling, and as you exhale, reaching the ball, creeping it steadily. Now notice the sit bone on that opposite side will want to lift, the shoulders might want to creep up around the ears. See if we can avoid that. Can we soften the shoulders? Can we anchor that opposite sit bone? Maybe reaching a little bit further forward on that inhale, notice backs of thighs, inner thighs. And then when you're ready, slowly exhaling. Don't worry if you need an extra breath. Rounding, just like our roll down, all the way back to our upright position. One more time. Gentle pelvic tilt back, soften through the knees, straight legs if you wanted, and then exhaling our way. Now use the fingertips of the supporting arm just to guide you a little. Maybe you can get to the shin, the ankle or the outside edge, and I need to see that opposite sit bone on the mat. Yeah, so the opposite sit bone on the mat or your block. Yeah, so I can see a little bit of this leaning. Good, and then when you're ready, slowly coming back up, inhaling and exhaling as you creep yourself all the way back to your start. Well done. Now I promise we're going to release those hips, but first, could we have a go? Take your ball, place the ball between your knees. Place your hands on your shins, nod your chin to your chest, lift both feet. Now we're keeping the ball obviously where it is as we roll. Inhaling as we go back, light squeeze on the ball, exhaling as you come back to sitting. Yeah? Now, you've done one of those, try maybe another one, and then try the ball in the backs of the calves. I know those thighs will be saying, hang on a minute, but I promise we'll get some release. Lightly on the shins, and then inhale. Can you keep the ball in the same position as you exhale to come back up? Yeah? Have a little go for me. We've only got 3 more. And if we don't want to roll, you could be going straight onto your back. Yeah, lovely. Notice with the ball in the back of the calves there, the abdominals just have to do that little bit more work. Yeah, because you can't let the legs stray. Yeah, lovely. Good. And then the next one could be your last one. You might have finished off all together. Really well done, guys. Lovely. Take the ball for me and then gradually come down. If it's better for you, you come onto your side like I'm going to do, and then roll yourself down. And then let's do our lovely hip opening we've been working on. So again, we've got our ball, we've lifted our feet, we've placed the ball under the lower back, so your tailbone and waistband are on top of, the space between your tailbone and waistband are on the ball. Good, and then when you're ready, just stretch out both legs, just go slowly. Don't worry, if you haven't got the ball, you can just enjoy this on the mat. So just for a moment, stretch out both legs. Now that's quite a lot of work for the back. Yeah, so we're just going to stay for a breath there and then put the feet back to the floor. Yeah, so make sure you feel comfortable now as you bring your left leg in towards you. Use your left hand to hold onto your left shin. On your breath in, take a breath in, and on your exhale, reach the right leg out across to the end of the mat. Soft point through the front of the foot. Open up into that hip and then take a couple of breaths here together. We'll do that inhaling. Taking that breath into the tummy and then exhaling, softening everything down, reaching out through our right leg, pulling in the left. Inhale. And then a really lovely long exhale to reach the right leg to the end of the mat, lightly pulling in that left leg. We can inhale to hold behind our left thigh and exhale to stretch the left leg up. Now, you at this point could place the right foot on the floor, absolutely fine to do that. Some of us like to hold on to the thigh with both arms. If you get that little bit of balance, you're welcome to do that. Or you can have both arms at the side and enjoy that just by stretching the leg up. Good, we're going to take a breath in, bend the left knee, just have a little pause. And then one more time, stretch the left leg up. Yeah, well done. So reaching out through the right, stretching up the left. And then bend both knees to pop your feet down to the ground. Take a break. Yeah, readjust the ball. And then when you're ready, can we draw in the right leg? Hold the right shin with the right hand. Maybe even the left hand if that provides a bit more balance. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, stretch out our left leg all the way to the end of the mat. Take a breath in again. And on that exhale, reach and lengthen. Left leg out, right leg in. Good, and again, inhaling in. So now you're holding on to you're still on your right shin and you're still stretching out your left leg along the ground. Yeah, check that you're on top of the ball, eager beavers there, trying to get into your hamstring stretch. And then hold behind the right thigh and exhale the right leg up to the ceiling. You might bring your left foot in. That's absolutely fine. If we're wanting that little bit extra stretch, we can reach the right leg up, the left leg out, get some energy through both legs. Bend the knee on the right, inhaling. Have a little bounce around there. Stretch out the left and then lengthen up the right leg last time. You might have your arms to the side of the body, absolutely fine too. Yeah, well done. Good, slide in your left foot to the floor and then pop your right foot down, take a breath. So then we can just have a little bit of movement around on the ball, maybe making a little side to side movement, maybe doing that big pelvic tilt back and then onto the top of the ball, just moving the lower back. Good, and then we're going to try the one leg circle. So we're going to have the right foot to the ground, the pelvis level, maybe even just have the hands on the hips to notice. Elbows can be wide. Bring the left knee over the hip and extend the left leg up to the ceiling. Absolutely fine to have that knee bent, isn't it? Good, and then from here, can you stretch out your right leg either all the way to the end of the mat or leave the foot on the ground? Now, what I want you to notice is, can you keep your ball still? Can you keep your pelvis still? 3 circles. Left leg's going to the right, inhaling. Yeah, so that's where it'll want to shift. Exhale, can you close your eyes? Really envisage what's happening in the pelvis. Pelvis absolutely level. Lots of work just to keep the pelvis and the ball still. So underneath that ball, absolutely still. One more time, inhaling. And exhaling, finish that circle, pause. Now readjust your right foot if you need. Lengthen up through the left leg, exhaling to the left. Left leg goes to the left. Inhale, circle around. Again, close your eyes, soften the shoulders, widen those elbows. Now notice with the hands on the pelvis, pelvis is still. Good. Inhaling as we come back. We've got one more to do. Exhaling away. We can't go quickly. We're working on keeping that beautiful stability in the pelvis. Good. Notice that right leg having to work there. And then bend the knee on the left and put the foot down. Oh, it's harder than it looks, isn't it? Readjust the ball. Good. And then I'm going to look now as your left foot can stay where it is. Your right knee can come over the hip. Good. Right leg goes up to the sky. You don't have to straighten the leg. We're coming off the ball in a moment, I promise. Good. Now stabilising the ball. Hands on the hips if you can. Inhaling. Coming in towards your thigh first. Don't worry if you've gone the other way. And exhaling. So right leg's coming to the left. And then exhaling to the right. Yeah. Close the eyes. Notice what the pelvis is doing. Can you keep that stability? Can you keep the ball from moving at all? Pause. Inhaling, right leg goes to the right. Exhaling. So 3 circles in the opposite direction. Don't worry if you've gone the other way. Lovely. Yeah, really good. And again, keeping the pelvis beautifully level. So try not just to swing. Yeah, the next one should be our last one. Fantastic. Yeah, really good, gang, really good. Notice that left leg too, having to work. Really well done. Good, and then we'll put the feet down. We'll lift the hips and take the ball away from us, ready just to put the ball to one side. And then come onto your side for open book. And we've got a cushion or our blanket or our block. And we're going to stretch both arms out and then get ourselves comfy with our head supported. So then we'll stack up our hips, excuse me. We'll stack up our shoulders. Really important to get something into the neck if you can. Yeah. We're not here too long, so don't worry too much if you haven't got anything to hand. Legs together, palms together. Open the top palm. We look up to the thumb. We can lift the head to turn. Keep the legs together, soften the elbow of that top arm and exhale our way back towards the back of the mat. Yeah, good. Pausing here, your bottom arm anchoring you, the bottom leg, the thighs together, that energy into the lower body so that the upper body gets that wonderful stretch. Inhaling, when you're ready, bring that back arm all the way up to our start position. Sorry, exhaling back to the start. Good. Well done. So we'll go again. Inhaling, soften the elbow as we bring the arm up. Exhale as we open. Now you've got the option. Inhale, lift the top leg. It's an option only. Exhale, kick the top leg out towards your camera side as the arm travels back towards the back of your room. That might be too much on the hips and the back. Bend the elbows, soften the knee, inhaling, and then exhaling, come all the way back to your start position. Bring the palms together, enjoy. Go twice more. Any variation of that. So it could be just the arm action, just the upper body action. Inhaling, softening the elbow, lifting the head, turning the head, and then exhale. If you wanted, start to pick up the top knee and reach that top leg out, maybe on a right angle, maybe a little bit away to the side, a little bit lower if you wanted. Look back towards that back hand. And then inhale, and want that openness across the whole front of the body. Yeah, good. And watching that last one. So inhale, what's the emphasis? Do you want to really work on that upper body, or is it quite nice to get a little bit into the hip as you extend the leg? Yeah, the foot can be on the ground. Yeah, lovely. And then you can use it as a little bit of a lever to really get that anchoring that upper body. Well done. Inhaling, drawing the arm all the way back as you bend the knee and exhaling back to our start position. Well done. That takes us straight into our quad stretch, so we can stay exactly where we are, or we could adjust so the head's supported a little bit more, heel towards the bottom, knee stretches away from us, and the bottom leg can come a little bit further forward if we wanted. Open up into the front of the thigh. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. Make sure your shoulder, your wrist, your elbow feels comfortable. Make sure your ankle, your foot are under pressure so you can hold the trousers. Use your band if you prefer. Really well done. Good, slowly release. Good, and then just 6 little bicycles, inhaling and exhaling more as a little bit of extra mobility around that hip, so nothing too precise here, just get a little bit of a circle going. Yeah, that's it. Good, a couple more. Good, just nice and easy, and the last one. Good, and then as you just hold on to the back of that thigh, just circle the ankle. It doesn't matter where that top leg is, it could be a little bit higher, could be a little bit closer towards you. Circle the ankle. Good, and then circle the other way. Even have a look at what that foot's doing. Good, and then we can just take hold of the big toe and see if we can just pull the big toe back just a little bit. Just pull it back just enough to feel a little bit of something going on. Not going to pull it off at this point. Good, and then release, pause, take a breath. Good, and we're going to swap to the other side. Now you're welcome to roll over to the other side, yeah, or you're welcome to join me and come to the other end of your mat. So open book on this side, get yourself really comfortable, make sure your neck's supported, bottom arm comes straight out on that right angle, the cushion or block, ideally the cushion would be into the neck as well, the knees ahead of us, feet together, knees together. Good, hands at a right angle to the shoulder, top arm comes up, quite nice to lift the head rather than get it stuck on what you're lying on there, whatever you're lying on, and then open, keep the legs together, keep that bottom arm still, and then get that lovely stretch, rotation into the upper back, chest and front of the shoulder stretch. Enjoy that. When you're ready, inhaling, the top arm comes up. Again, you might just lift the head to bring your palms back together. Enjoy. Good, top arm comes up, optional. Inhaling, lifting the head, exhaling. Now as we lift the top leg, we can maybe start to extend the leg out as the hand and arm reach back towards the back of the room. Good, leaving the foot on the ground. Inhaling, start to bend the elbows, the arm comes up, and then exhale, the legs come back together and we bring our palms together. Notice the space between the ears and the shoulders. Notice the length through your spine. Inhaling, start to, on the exhale, lift the leg, reach the arm back as the leg lengthens out towards the hand. Yeah, look back towards that back hand. And then inhale, start to float the arm up, soften the knee, and bring our palms back together. I've got my wall in the way, but I'm going to have a look at you as you do that last one. Remember that leg action's optional. Yeah, make it a little bit smaller if you need, but just notice that width now across the chest. Notice that across the front of the shoulders. Notice maybe the hip as well at outer thigh. Yeah, lovely. And then as we come back now, we can just relax, maybe adjust our cushion if we need, and then take the top of the foot and draw the heel back towards the back of the body there. The thighs pretty much parallel, the knee drifts away from you, so you come into your quad stretch now. So you've come into your quad stretch, yeah? So heel comes back. I think you like me to do it with you, don't you? I'm trying to get out of it, and you're trying to get me to do it. I'm only kidding, I'm not trying to get out of it. So heel towards the bottom, the knee drifts away. That front thigh, that front leg can drift a little bit further forward. Sometimes it just gives us a little bit more stability. Make sure the neck feels comfortable. We've got the length, yes, through the spine, and then the length from the hip all the way through down the front of the thigh. Enjoy that. Top shoulders relaxed, wrist and hand are comfortable. Just be aware of that you're not in a funny position to cause, strain or stiffness. And then let's take that just into 6 lovely bicycles. So as you release the foot, the leg then can inhale, and exhale to find that lovely circle. Yeah, inhale, knee, and exhaling, circling around. Good, 4 to go. That can be as big or as small as feels good for you. That's it, a couple more times. Good, and then our last time, just moving well through the hip. Good, and then if we can, we take hold of the back of the thigh and we can start to just circle the ankle. You could do that just with the knees together if you don't want to hold on to the leg, if that's just feeling a little bit too much. So you could even be here. Good, going the other direction, enjoying that. Really get that lovely circle. Good. And then release down. Really well done. Okay, so we can move our cushion. We're coming straight onto our front. We don't need the ball today. We don't need the ball for our back extension work today. Swan, and then we're going to try the grasshopper. Now, not everybody wants to do that because it's a bit more of a back extension, a bit more work for that, the whole of the spine. So we'll have options as we go. Look out for those for you. Fingertips level with the eye line. We'll start with our legs a little bit wider, give us a little bit of space in the back and the hips. Nose tickles the mat. Or you've got your cushion, remember, for your forehead. And then we're inhaling to our lovely swan. So as we come into our swan, remember, it's our shoulders and chest lifting. But not only are we lifting, we want that energy forward, don't we? So we want the energy out through the crown of the head. And now almost like our breastbone can shine, just skimming towards the end of the mat. Yeah, we've got lightness on the hands, the forearms, and we're just noticing how does that feel now, and then can gradually come back down and recover, lengthening back to our start. And we don't have to come up too high to get our back involved, do we? So we'll inhale to create some length as we lift. And then on our next exhale, lengthening all the way back to the mat. 4 of those would be lovely. Yeah, so 4 in your own time. Good, inhaling as we lift. Yes, very nice. Good, and exhaling as we come down. And we just work on that our natural position of our neck, don't we? So we know we're not going to throw the head back. It's tempting to think that we're really wanting to over lengthen, so just make sure you avoid that, as well as obviously chucking the head. So as you lift, maybe just think of your head coming with that movement. So as you lift your shoulders and chest, your head just naturally pops up, yeah, just with you. Yeah. Good, yeah, really nice, yeah. I'm really happy with that going. So I think that should be our last one of those. Now, here's a little interim option if you wanted it. So we can keep our legs in the same position. And now we'll come up to our swan. So if you don't want to go onto our hands or the next bit's a little bit too much, we'll inhale to swan. And our exhale will be a little squeeze of the shoulder blades, bringing the elbows in towards the lower part of the ribs. Yeah, just very lightly. We're not going to try and snap an arm off. Good, and then notice a little squeeze of the shoulder blades, and then notice that broadening across the back as you soften down to the mat. Yeah, so we'll do that again together. So this is our little kind of interim if we wanted it. Inhaling as we lengthen. Yes, we want that purposeful movement, but now as we bring the elbows in, we give the shoulder blades just that little bit of a squeeze, almost like we've got our tennis ball between our shoulder blades, and we're just giving a little bit of a nudge. You know, just giving you a little bit of a nudge, but not straining anything. And then when you come down, you can really broaden across your back as the tennis ball rolls away. Good, and then if we wanted to, again, we'll keep the legs just a little bit wider for now. We'll bring our hands in. So now when the hands come in, it's tempting to end up with the elbows wide. But what I want you to do is hug your biceps. So you know that inside of the arm. I want you to hug the biceps in towards your ribs. So that part of the arm there, that inner part of the arm, is close to your rib cage. And then you slide your hands back just a little bit, so your fingertips are just under the hood of your shoulder. So that little kind of hood that we've got there at the front of the shoulder. So notice now, with the legs long and the biceps close to the ribs, there's actually loads of work for the back going on already. Yeah? So we can just let the head lift, let your chest just pop off the ground, just how it might want to. We haven't gone very far, but notice the back of the body. Good, and then we can just pop down. Maybe the nose just touches the mat. Maybe everything softens a little bit. Yeah, and we're going to do 3 of these. So on this one, we're going to inhale and lift our chest, give the biceps a little squeeze in. Exhale, length. Yeah, length through the legs, length through the crown of the head. Inhale, and then exhale to come back down. Now that might be too much, so I know half of us are probably going to go back to our swan. You've got 2 more to do, whichever version is going to work for you this morning. So the inhale, the grasshopper, a little bit of pressure through, that tiny bit of pressure through the hands. The hands stay on the ground, yeah? Give the shoulder blades a little squeeze, legs lengthen, yeah? And then you're coming all the way back down, recovering. So remember, there is a little bit of a lift, yeah? That's it, you've got it. Good, and then our last one. So that's all I want to do on this one this week. So a little bit of pressure, a little squeeze the shoulder blades, biceps close to the ribs, popping off the ground. Yeah, really nice. And then coming all the way back down. Really well done. Really well done. Okay, good. And then let's bring the legs now together. Can we bring the legs together? Same swan position, and I'm just going to ask for 6 of these now. So we'll glue the legs together. Inhale to create some length and a lift. And then exhale, sweep the hands along the ground and back towards the feet. Not everybody's going to do that. So you could do just our lovely legs together. Notice the lower body working. Inhale and exhale to come down. Relax, and then bring the legs together again. Draw the inner thighs together, lengthen out through the crown, stretch the legs away. Skim the hands across the ground and reach the hands back towards the feet. And your palms can face in, your palms can face down, or however feels good for you. Inhaling, bend, elbows, and exhale to come down, fully relax. Good, 4 more to go. So inhale. Good, draw the legs together. Exhale, reach the arms back, optional. Lengthen the back of the neck very lightly, drawing those legs together. Good. Inhale and exhale as we come all the way back down. Good, 3 to go. Or you might be having a breather. So if you've had enough now, you could come back into our cat, yeah, our child pose, our extended child pose, whichever's going to work for you this morning. Good, we're nearly there. Relaxing each time. Draw the legs together. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, extend the legs. They stay on the ground. The hands skim back. Good. Inhaling, bend the elbows. Exhale to come down. We've got 1 more to do. Good. Drive a little bit of energy through the legs. Very nice. Good. And then as you come back down, let's bring the hands in front, widen the legs, bring the heels up towards the ceiling, and then let your legs roll from side to side. Good, and then if it's comfortable in the knees, make a big circle around that knee joint. Inhale and exhale, maybe 5 in one direction. Good, when you've done your 5, pause and go the other direction. Inhale and exhale. Good, make that as big or as small as feels comfortable. Good, and then we can gradually just release the legs, put the feet to the ground. And then can you tuck your toes under for me? So you might need to just have a little wiggle around so you can get the ball of the foot, the toes of one foot and the toes of the other, and then press the heels away so the whole front of the leg is energized. Good, push the heels away. So now that the thighs are off the ground, calves, shins are off the ground, and then release one foot and release the other foot. Good, take the hands under the shoulders, push ourselves all the way up. And then again, can you, optional, tuck the toes under, and this is where we might reach back and get all the toes separated, and then just sit yourself back towards the balls, towards the heels. Yeah. Don't worry, if that isn't working for you, then that's absolutely fine. Have a little shift around if you can. Good, and then release the feet. And as we release the feet, we can bring the legs together, tops of the feet on the ground, and then maybe sit back towards our heels. And I know not everybody's going to do that. Today we'll sweep the arms back, and we'll bring the back of the hand to rest by the feet, and the top of the head somewhere around the crown, around the top of the forehead, resting on that. So make ourselves into this tiny little ball, stretching through the back body, noticing that release through the whole of the spine. Maybe having a little bit of movement around, and then coming to a little bit of stillness, softening the shoulders. Inhaling into the whole back body. Exhaling. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath. Slowly return, bringing the hands forward. And then slowly bringing ourselves up. Take a breath here. Maybe move your head just gently side to side. Maybe a little roll of the head. Supported by the hands and the hips. Maybe a little turn one way or the other. All done. Then we'll bring ourselves to 4-point kneeling. Separate the knees. Tuck the toes again. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Take your time. Don't worry if you need to get up in another way. And then we'll lower the heels and rest the body onto the thighs. And then see if we can tip forward and just give the legs again just a little bit of a chance to stretch out. Bend the knees, rest your body back onto your thighs. You might have your hands on your shins or your thighs. And then see if we can exhale, maybe put the hands to the feet on the floor, or they stay resting on the shins. Inhale, take a bend of the knees. Exhale, stretch the legs. 1 more time, inhale, bend the knees. Well done, exhale, stretch the legs. Bend the knees, rest your body on your thighs. Place your hands on your thighs, and then take a really slow journey. Inhaling and exhaling all the way back to standing. Well done. We're going to go back to our tennis ball. That's going to go between the ankles again. So just somewhere that's going to feel comfortable for you. Good, and don't worry if we haven't got it. You could use your bigger ball if you wanted. Good, and then reach the arms to shoulder height for me. Good, soften the shoulders, lengthen up through the spine. Let's see if we can keep this lower body still. Left side, I'll show you from the side. So your left arm, elbow comes back. It's our spine twist. Elbow draws back like a little bow and arrow. Palms face away from you. As you exhale, your thumbs are facing up and you look to your back hand. Yeah. And then just have a look, maybe have a scoot down. Let's see what's happened to the ball and the feet. So everything stayed still, yeah? Bend the elbow, inhaling, or maybe no. And then exhaling, the palms face down. You're doing the right side. I'm just going to show you again on this left side. Inhaling, draw the elbow back, look back. Open both palms as you exhale, look back towards the back thumb. Now open up again across the chest, but notice our hips pretty much facing forward. Inhaling, bend the elbow, and exhale, both palms can face down. Yeah, good. We're going right side again. Inhale, bend the elbow, draw the elbow back. Good. Exhale, open both palms. Yeah, that's it. Looking back towards your right hand. Inhale, bend the elbow. Good. And exhale all the way back to our start position. Lovely. Last time. Inhale, bend the left elbow, pull it back, look back. Exhale, palms open, thumbs up as you open the arms, soften the shoulders, soften the elbow. See what's happening to that shoulder area. Good, bend the elbow, inhaling. And as we exhale, come all the way back to our start, release the arms down. Well done. Now let the ball go. Good. And then bring yourself to feet in hip width. Make sure you're not going to tread on that ball. Bring yourself to feet in hip width and stride back with your left leg for me. Long stride back brings us back into our calf stretch. Both feet facing forward and checking that where that back foot is facing forward. Now relax the upper body, maybe even having the hands on the thighs, and lift up so you're right up onto the ball of the foot and you're spreading out your toes. Good, and then exhale, press the heel all the way back down to the ground. Good, one more time, come all the way up to the ball of the foot, spread the toes out. Good, and then see if we can exhale, press the heel all the way down, stay. Inhale, and then as you exhale, send your front knee a little bit further forward. It's going to go, you're not moving the leg, you're moving the knee. Do you remember where we drive that knee forward? And notice what's happening in that back leg. The shin and the calf. Good, releasing the back foot. And then do you remember rolling up onto the ball, onto the tips of the toes, and then rolling over onto the front of the foot, just for a breath. Good, and then when you're ready, step the feet together. Give the legs a little shake out. Exactly the same as the other side. So I'll just show you from here. So we take that long stride back, both feet facing forward. Yeah, double check that because it's easy to think the foot's facing forward, isn't it? Good, once you're in that position, lift that back heel and find yourself right into the ball of the foot. So the toes can spread out. You can even have a little peek, maybe even have a look. And then exhale, press the heel down towards the ground. Really well done. Come again. So raising up to the ball of the foot, maybe having that little peek, maybe holding onto the wall or whatever you need. Separate those toes a little bit. Good. And then see if we can exhale all the way down. Press the heel down towards the ground. Calf stretch. That's what you want to be feeling. All in that lower part of the leg. And then exhale to bend the front knee just that little bit more. So remember, your back heel is on the ground and you're easing that knee just slightly further forward. Notice that stretch into that calf area. Increasing that. And then we'll lift the back foot and then see, maybe holding on somewhere, roll over to the top of the toes and then roll over onto the front of the toes just for a breath. Now, again, not everybody's going to do that, but have a little go if you can for me without straining. That's it. And then we bring our feet together. Give the legs a little shake out. Really well done. Good. Take the feet a little bit wider. Good. Take a little sway of the arms. Good. And then just start to transfer the weight from one foot to the other. And you can lift as you sway as well if you wanted. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. So this might be enough. This might feel absolutely great in the shoulders and the body. If we wanted, we can go 1, 2, and up and over. Yeah, and the legs can pause, or you can kind of just do a little step and change. Yeah, so up and over. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. Good. Take it straight into our arm slaps. Good. Again, just transferring the weight from one side to the other. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lovely. Good. And then sway the right arm up. Inhale, soften the elbow today. And exhale over to our left. Inhale and exhale to recover. Soften the elbow on the left. Good. And exhale that softened elbow over to the right. Good. Inhale and exhale. One more each side. So bent elbow, just almost just waking up. Inhale and exhale. Good. Last time. Softened elbow and ease all the way over to that opposite side. Well done. As we come up, we'll interlace the fingers, stretch the arms all the way up to the ceiling, look up to the back of the hand, take a breath in. And on the exhale, gazing ahead and bring the arms all the way to our start. Very well done. Good. If anybody needs a ball, I can send you a link if anybody's stuck with that. Not a tennis ball, because I think everybody knows you can get a tennis ball. But if you haven't got a Pilates ball,